Welcome to This Week in Warframe, a series where I keep you updated on all things Warframe, from announcements made by DE that don't necessarily warrant their own videos to community fan art, posts, and updates. So let's go over Dee's announcements and news from the 24th of September to the 30th. First up, Rebecca shared some more information regarding the upcoming changes to the focus system in a dev workshop. Since it is a large post, I suggest heading over there and reading it for yourself, but if you don't want to, a few highlights just include all of your currently equipped lenses getting removed and refunded back into your inventory, the daily focus cap receiving a possible increase to 250,000, and convergence orbs receiving a multiplier increase to 8 times instead of the previous 6. As for focus, they're introducing a 3-path system, passive, active, and residuals, as well as a number of cross-focus nodes within each tree. Unlocking a cross-focus node in one tree will allow you to use that bonus while leveling or using others. As for the focus schools and their changes, you'll have to read the post yourself or watch another video on the matter. Secondly, we received another dev workshop, this time on the upcoming changes to sniper rifles. So as we know, they'll have the best damage fall off in the game, with it starting at 400 meters and ending at 600. And any damage dealt past that 600 meter threshold will now be reduced by 50%. Snipers will also receive an innate punch through of 1 meter, multi-shots individual bullets will now count towards the combo counter, and additionally, reticule sway will be removed from all zoom levels. As for the combo counter, it will now be based on a decay system instead of the current straight depletion, so if the combo counter's duration runs out, it will now remove 1 count, and if you miss a shot, it'll do the same. The combo duration for all snipers will be reduced to 2 seconds besides the Lanka, which will have its reduced to 6. Besides the general changes, each individual sniper will receive their own changes to both fire rate and zoom damage, and if you're curious to see the exact changes made to those weapons, make sure to check out the dev workshop, the link is of course in the description. And before we move on, both the topics I mentioned beforehand and the ones I'm about to mention are subject to change before the release of the Plains of Eidolon, so keep that in mind if you don't like something. Thirdly, Steve commented on how long the day and night cycle will be on the Plains of Eidolon and mentioned that at the moment of tweeting they were happy with a 2-hour cycle. Rebecca then clarified that it's approximately 110 minutes of daytime and 50 minutes of night. Rebecca also tweeted out a captura shot of an upcoming Feral Kavat skin for those interested in that. And they also announced another Twitch Prime partnership starting sometime in early October, where Twitch Prime owners can get the Soma and Skindo Prime for free just by clicking the claim button. Next up, Dee Taylor released this week's Remote Observer, which sheds some light on the upcoming changes, 2 of which include sorties taking place within the Void as of the Plains of Eidolon, as well as full customization coming to all Wraith variants. Lastly, we had Primetime 183, which had Megan, Rebecca, and Steve exploring the plains and Cetus. While doing so, they showed off a few changes and upcoming features. The link to the episode and the timestamps to each specific topic are in the description. So when visiting Hock, you'll be able to rename any of your weapons for a price, but in order to do so, they'll need to be level 30. Next up, you'll be able to purchase the Plains Captura scene from one of the vendors within Cetus, however it may not ship with the Plains initial release. We also saw some mining tools as well as the actual mining tools model. They also showed off one of the new collectibles, which seems to be another Cephalon fragment system called Eidolon Fragments. Finally, they showed us the ceiling limit for the Plains with some Archwing and Titania gameplay, and instead of the fade out stuff we have at the moment, you'll be forced and redirected back to a solid atmosphere. Kind of like Saints Row 2's map boundaries if you ever experienced that. That's all the relevant Warframe information that I could gather, but before we finish, let's go over some of the community highlights this week. This week I'll just be highlighting 2 Warframe events based around the community as a whole. So first up, DE Aiden set up a Warframe Inktober mega thread for any artist that's willing to participate. As of this video going up, it's already underway, so if you're an artist, read the rules and see what you can do with the set guidelines. I've seen some really nice work from people already. And lastly, we have a Warframe charity stream that's happening on the 5th of October on the Warframe Fans channel Twitch account. It's a 100-hour Warframe livestream to raise money and awareness for breast cancer. The event will run from 7 PM Eastern Daylight Time on October 5th to the 11th of October at 11 PM. The event will feature content creators and Twitch streamers, however the specific streamers haven't been announced yet. And that's it for the updates and highlights this week. If you found this video informative, make sure to leave a like. If you think I can improve upon something, or you wish to share your opinion on one of the topics that I mentioned, you can of course do so with a comment down below. If you missed out on last week's episode, you can check it out by clicking the annotation on the screen right now. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.